What is up, ladies and gents? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about Alchemy Pay and why I'm still super bullish on this token. Of course, that means I'll be covering the shorter term price predictions on here, as well as my 2025 target for Alchemy Pay. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you're a new viewer, then welcome to the channel. If you do like content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. If you're a returning viewer, then welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. On top of everything as well, if you're looking for a great place to trade Alchemy Pay, then look no further than the MEX exchange. They don't require KYC to get started. They have some of the lowest fees on the market. And for a limited time only, they're giving every new user $20 just for signing up. So if you want to make use of that offer, click in the link in the description down below, fill out your details. It literally takes less than a minute. Deposit some fiat or crypto, and then they'll give you that $20. Of course, on top of that as well, they even have futures trading here for Alchemy Pay, where you can trade it with up to 20x leverage. So again, guys, link is in the description down below for this. Of course, as always, thank you so much for all of your support, and let's just dive straight into this video. So we've seen a lot of cryptos looking a little bit like this recently, where, you know, we've made a really nice peak there in January, but things have been on a downward slope throughout the start of this month, and Alchemy Pay is no exception. Of course, we saw a beautiful top there, 5.7 cents on Alchemy Pay, and we are starting to head down. But make no mistake, guys, I am still bullish for Alchemy Pay in 2025. But of course, in the shorter term, things are obviously looking fairly bearish. For example, if we have a look at the MACD, we are just about to get a crossover here on Alchemy Pay from bullish to bearish. So this could be some sort of sell signal for us. Of course, on top of that as well, what we could potentially be seeing on this chart here is a potential head and shoulders. Have a look at this, guys. We've had the left shoulder appear there. We've got this current head on the price, and as you can see, we've got this trend line going across here. And if we do cross below this dotted line that you see on the chart, it may trigger off this pattern, and at first glance, that will not be great, because if we drop that amount, that's a 48% drop. Although I have a hard time believing that the price will get down to this region. I think personally, if we go and look at the longer term chart, we have an extremely solid support going across like this on Alchemy Pay. So in the worst case scenario here for Alchemy Pay, what I would expect is something like this, where the price drops to this level and uses it as some sort of support. Of course, we kind of need to hold this support level if we're going to be bullish longer term. So let's talk about that longer term time frame. Let's talk about that longer term price target here on Alchemy Pay. And I still think Alchemy Pay, if we look at it from a longer perspective, we go on the 1-day chart and just zoom out here, I think Alchemy chart has one of the best setups of any single chart. And this is why. Of course, I've drawn this support line going across there, and what you guys can see is a clear consolidation of price. Make no mistake, this is a consolidation where the price is starting to constrict in between these two trend lines. It's getting narrower and narrower and narrower, and at some point the price is not going to be contained by these trend lines. It's going to pop and it's going to go parabolic, in my opinion. Now, of course, with this upper trend line, you guys can see that although the price did come above it very, very briefly, it did shoot straight back down. So at this very current point in time, Alchemy Pay has struggled to get above this 5-cent trend line here. So we can call this a decent test of that trend line. We can see that we've had another nice test there, and we've got this third test of this upper trend line. In addition to that as well, the price also used it as a support when it managed to do this crazy pump back in 2021. So that's a very strong trend line in my opinion. Of course, if we have a look at the support here, let's just alter this a little bit. As you guys can see, we had this support going across on Alchemy Pay as well. Both multi-year trend lines here. Both the support and the resistance have been on the charts now for at least 3 years. As you can see, we've got 5 separate tests of this support line down here, 3 tests of that resistance, and at some point, in my opinion, we are going to break out of this triangle. Now, of course, these really long-term triangles are the absolute best, because the longer they take to form, the more violent the breakout it is from them. A really good example of something like that happening is on XRP. this is another triangle we've been monitoring. It's been in play in XRP since 2021. And as you can see, the price data has consolidated in this triangle. You can see it's getting narrower and narrower and narrower. At some point, XRP can no longer hold itself in this triangle and it pops straight out of the resistance in this area. The price target from this triangle we get from drawing the first test of support and resistance and just dragging it to where we saw the breakout. And as you guys can see, the price target of XRP was indeed reached. 378% trade if we caught that breakout from this triangle. So this is what I'm talking about in Alchemy Pay. These long-term consolidation periods generally tend to precede a massive pop, a massive parabolic move. And in terms of Alchemy Pay, what we could potentially be seeing here on the price is something along this line here. This is the trades that we are looking at if we break out to the upside. 568%. This takes us to 33 cents here on Alchemy Pay. Of course, what we want to see if the prices do get up to this region once again, hopefully we see a nice interaction with the resistance there, maybe used as a resistance a few more times before momentum's able to build up and really push the prices well above this trend line here. We're looking for large green candles like this, for example, and then we know that we've seen a breakout, and then this triangle, in my opinion, is in play. So this is really something we've got to look forward to here on Alchemy Pay in 2025. Of course, if we do see a breakdown, at the end of the day, guys, it is a triangle, so there is always two sides to the coin. If we do see a breakdown from this triangle, then this is what we can expect as a price target, roughly 0.3 cents there on Alchemy Pay. However, since it's a bull year market in 2025, I am expecting the upside to be more likely than the downside here. Now, of course, finally, just wanted to touch on some of the recent sentiments that I've heard here on everything, not just Alchemy Pay, but with all of crypto. Everyone's becoming extremely bearish right now, and a lot of people are saying things are going to zero. You know, you should sell now before it's too late and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think that is a big mistake. I have some things that I want to show you guys that might make you change your mind. Let's go on my profile on Twitter. And this is the chart I want to show you guys. This was posted by Crypto Gel, so shout out. But basically, Bitcoin dominance has been in this uptrend since the end of 2022, and it did break down from it. And now it's started to become a bit bullish again, and it's tested this trend line that used to be a support, now as a resistance, as you guys can see with that circle there, and it's failed to break above it. There was this massive wick for Bitcoin dominance and it came back down. And basically, with Bitcoin dominance so high and it failing to break its resistance that was once its support, this could spell an altcoin season. So at the moment, Bitcoin dominance has peaked, which means that altcoins are at its lowest point. Obviously, everyone is selling their altcoins. Of course, if we have a look at the coin market cap fear and greed index, at this current point in time, we're experiencing fear. There's fear in the market, and that's generally a decent time to be buying cryptos. That means that while the markets are all bearish, this could signal conditions that the market is oversold. There's already been a lot of selling in the market and sellers are starting to run out, and this could be a decent buying opportunity. Couple that with the fact that Bitcoin dominance has hit its highest point since 2021, and you can expect better days for altcoins like Alchemy Pay in the near future. I think at some point the switch is going to flip and things are going to be going very good once again. Can you imagine, for example, how people felt back in 2021 who are holding Alchemy Pay and they watched their beloved crypto token fall from April all the way down to July there? It's been an awful 3 months for people holding Alchemy Pay, from 1.4 cents there at April 2021 all the way down to a tenth of that value. So they lost 90% of the value on this drop here in 3 months in 2021. This is supposed to be a bull run year once again, but obviously those months in 2021 were really bad, and all of a sudden this thing just pops. It broke out to the upside and it didn't stop running. This was a huge pump here on Alchemy Pay, 13,000% in total. Obviously that happened in the space of just a few days as well. So really, these things can happen just that quickly. You blink and you miss it. And right now, of course, things are looking a little bit down, but all it takes is for the switch to flip from bearish to bullish, and before you know it, something like that could happen in this day and age, and that 33 cents target could be reached here on Alchemy Pay. Of course, at the end of the day, the crypto market cap as well is at 3.1 trillion, and I believe it's going to hit at least 8.8 trillion this bull run. That's nearly a 3x from where the price is right now. So at the very least here, if Alchemy Pay performs averagely this bull run, then we can expect it to hit at least 9 cents on the price, and that's if it performs on average. Of course, Alchemy Pay is in a very hot niche right now in crypto, and so with that, we expect it to perform better than average. It is also a small crypto coin, so maybe we see larger crypto coins take off first once again. Maybe we see XRP pop first, maybe we see XLM, HBAR pop second, and then Alchemy Pay with its lower market cap will see the light of day soon enough afterwards. So that's my message to the holders of Alchemy Pay. Of course, I am personally very bullish on this in the very long term. In the shorter term though, be prepared for some turbulence. Maybe we see more downside on here, but one day Alchemy Pay will be here to return and it will blow everyone's faces off, in my opinion. So of course, guys, that's all I have to say in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know down in the comments if you're holding Alchemy Pay, and otherwise I'll see you in my next video.